Hello, my friend. Hopefully you are doing great. So in this tutorial, I'm going to share you a very similar thing in programming for any language, even in your life. The if statement. By the way, it's very cold today. It's a -1 degree outside. So let's talk for an example with related to temperature, and then you will understand about the if statement. Okay, because it's not hard, so I will not share you any slide or any content. Just jump directly to the coding. Okay, so under your work for the package here, you create a new package with the name lesson 4 or lesson 5, sorry. And under that package, you create a new Java class with the name if statement. Enter. And I want to create a main method to execute the code inside here. Okay. So start with the temperature. For example, today that's integer temperature equal -1 degree. Okay, so temperature. Anyway, I got some typo, but doesn't matter. Okay, so I will have something like if something is true, I will do something inside here. But you see, it is very similar to the while loop that's from the previous lesson, right? But the thing here, the very different thing here, there is no loop. So that means the code inside this body just execute only one time if the condition here is true. So that means if you put it true by mistake or somehow, so you don't care about if you loop forever. But if you execute, definitely execute the coding inside. So we are waiting the condition here. And if it false, that means we will have something outside of the if statement here, outside. Okay, the outside. So if we have false here, it will not execute anything inside. Okay, it will not execute anything inside. You can run it and you can see the result immediately. So we will see something like outside. We will not see anything like inside because this condition is false, right? But now if I turn it into true, and I will see two statements inside and outside because it's true. So I will see something executed only one time in the if body here, and after the if body, it will execute the rest of code in your application. Okay, that makes sense. So let's trigger something like if the temperature less than 0, I will print something like, oh, so cold, something like that. Okay, and if the temperature is so cold, so you see it's true, right? So we will see something like so cold. It's easy for you to understand about the if, right? You see so cold here. So let's try to do something more to use the knowledge from the for loop and while loop that you already knew. So for example, I tell my friend that if you give me $5, I will boost up 5 times for you. So in that case, you can remember that 5 times is something like, a number that you already knew and you want to keep doing again and again, right? So you should use for loop, not while loop, right? Because you have an exactly number and you know when you need to stop. Your friend gives you $5, you boost up 5 times, $10, 10 times, something like that, right? So we can declare an integer with the name money here, and we specify something like 10 for $10, okay, for example. So let me delete this one, and we will have something like money dot if whether we have any succession. For for, we have something like succession from the IDE, but I don't think we have something like for if. If for, if you have something like money and dot for here, you see, we will have something like this from IDE. But for if, we don't have anything like that. So let's do something manually. So if the condition, if the money is less than 0, yeah, right? That makes sense. If the money greater than 0, that means the money at least something like $1 or $2. I will do something like 4, and I will do something inside, like I will print out something like bootstrap. I want to print something in format, so let's use print format here. Bootstrap the percentage t and the time here, and I will specify something. I want to enter to the new line, and I want to specify something here as a number. So in this case, I want to loop based on the money, right? So I will declare something like integer stock amount money equal 1. Okay, so we put as 1. That's work as well. So as long as the stock amount money here is less than or equal money, that's the condition, right? And after I do something, I need to, okay, in this case, we need to try to decrease, not increase. So stock amount money should be the money, the input money, right? So let's refactor this name so it will be easier for us to understand. Should be something like deposit money, something like your friend deposit for you, something like deposit money here. So we have stock amount of money equal deposit money, and we will do it as long as the remaining, let's refactor this one, that means remaining money equal deposit money at the first time. So after each time I boost it, I will decrease the money, right? So I need to do something like remaining money minus, that means I will decrease. And as long as the remaining money is equal greater than 0, so if it is equal 0, I will stop boosting, right? So I will do something like remaining money here, and I will minus for deposit money, and I will plus 1, right? Because at the first time we will have the bootstrap at 0 time, it doesn't make sense, right? So if you have remaining money here equal deposit money, and sorry, at the first time we have the remaining money minus deposit money, and it will print out something bootstrap the 0 time, it doesn't make any sense. So we need to plus 1 here. So we bootstrap 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and till 10, right? So let's see. And we run the program. We will see something something wrong here. Bootstrap at the first time, bootstrap at the 0 time. Okay, so the deposit money here, remaining money greater than 0, remaining money minus, and I will do something. Oh, sorry. There's something wrong here, right? It's not correct. So it's put start with remaining money, deposit money minus remaining money plus 1. Okay, and we run again. And we will see something puts up at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that makes sense, right? So your friend gave you $10 and you push up 10 times here, right? So that makes sense. And after we have the follow-up here, we will do something out of the follow-up. But in this case, we don't have anything out of the follow-up here, so it will turn out here and it will execute the code number line 16 here. Is make sense? Easy. So you know how to use the if and the for inside, the for loop inside, right? So that means you can link your knowledge from the previous lesson. Now let's try something more to use the if statement with while loop. So you still remember, I think you still remember when we need to use the while loop, that means when you are waiting something to trigger to stop your loop. So you remember the example that you allow for user to input something as a number, and there's something that I told you that we need to wait for the if statement lesson, and I will share you more. So today I will do the rest. Okay. So let's do another thing here. So I want to have another program here. So, okay, we can keep it here and we can create a new class. I call it a if and while loop. That means we want to practice something between the if and while loop. Okay, so let me create a main method here, and inside I will do something like I will get the scanner equal new scanner, and in this case the struct I want to get that's from the system input system and .in here. So I will do something while and body here you still remember, I think. So I will do something like I will put something like an integer, and let's say something like integer here. That's the user input here. I want to declare a variable here to keep the value from the user input, right? So we will have something like user input equal, I will assign it to be something like scanner dot net integer. Okay, and as long as this is different than 0, I will execute something inside, right? So in this case, I want to do something like if that's divide for 2 remaining 0. That means we have an even number. I will print out you have just input an even number. So otherwise than that, we have an odd number, right? So an even number, that will be a number divided by 2 and remaining 0. So if the user input and divide by 2 remaining 0, so I will print out something. Sure, you have just input an even number, right? And then I want to go to the next slide. So you learn a new operator here. So this will be different with something like backslash here, you see. This one, forward slash user input, and you divide by 2, but in this case you want to get the result, not remaining for the calculation. But in this case you put something like percentage here, you see. That means you want to get something like the remaining of your calculation in division now. So if user input and divide by 2 and we remain in 0, that means we have an even number. Else you learn something more. So we have if and else. That means if the condition is not met, this one we will print something. So you have just input sorry, no, sorry. So you have just input an odd value here, right? So we have two cases. So if the condition is true, we will do something else. Otherwise than that, we will do something. Okay. So before running this one, I want to tell you something. We have something like else if and the condition, another condition. Okay. But I will tell you in another lesson. I want to compile in another lesson, not today's lesson. Today's lesson, you just need to understand if, a single if, how to use a single if, and you need to understand what is else. So that means if it's true to this one, else, that means the rest of case, except this one, we will do here, okay? So let's run the program, and I think technically it should work, right? So sorry for the background noise around. Okay, I face the same mistake from the previous lesson that I forgot to invite user to input something here, and I forgot to print something. So that means we got a blank console here. I wanna welcome something here. I can put here, I think, and I wanna input something here like please enter a number. Please enter a number again. Please enter a number. So I think it should print after this statement, not before. So it should be something else, and then I will have something here. Okay, just run again. Okay, please enter number 2. You have just input an even number. Okay, please enter a number 1. You have just input an odd value number, I mean. So 4, 5, 6, you see, and everything is correct here, and I input 0, I will terminate the program, you see. So you already knew about for loop, you knew about while loop, you knew how to use them and distinguish the uses between them, and today you learn about if statement, and I compile the if statement knowledge with for loop and while loop again to remind for you to revise your knowledge. So try to practice yourself, and see you in the next tutorial.